An acclaimed author known for his work on historical fiction is back in the Upstate with a new work. John Cribb is joining us to talk about his book signing. John, good to see you.
Thanks for having me here.
Yeah,
it's good
we're
to see you.
glad to have you.
Yeah.
We were talking a little about in the break. You're from the Upstate.
Yes.
Talk about the interest. This book, Rail Splitter, is about Abe Lincoln. How did that interest arise?
Oh, it went back way back when I was a young kid growing up in Spartanburg.
Yeah.
My mom would, read books to us before we could read ourselves, like parents are supposed to do.
Sure.
And I have vivid memories of her reading books to us about Abe Lincoln, and I was just fascinated by those stories of him, reading by firelight and splitting logs to make rails and all that stuff. So I've been a Lincoln fan for a long time.
Who isn't? But let's face it. But now there was a book that preceded the current one, right?
Right. This is my second historical novel about Abraham Lincoln. I had one come out 2 years ago called Old Abe that is a story of the last 5 years of his life, so while he's president and during the Civil War.
Right.
This one, The Rail Splitter, tells the story of his life before he was president, which in a lot of ways I think is the most interesting part of his life. And so it starts him out as a teenager on the Indiana frontier in 1826, and then you're just at his side as he goes from the Indiana woods to the Illinois prairies and then finally to the threshold of the White House.
And of course, there are lots of tall tales surrounded about Honest Abe. How much do obviously between the first one and this book, how much do people learn about the man that Abraham Lincoln was and how that, shaped him to become the president that he was?
I hope a lot. Both of these books are novels, they're historical fiction, but I spent an embarrassingly long amount of time researching Lincoln's life to really bring him to life and make this an accurate portrayal of Lincoln. So he's not, killing vampires or chasing zombies or anything. This is the real Lincoln. And I actually had the idea for this book, and it came out of the Spartanburg County Library back in 2006. So my wife teases me sometimes. She says, "John, it only took 4 years to fight the Civil War. It's taken, like 4 times that amount of time to finally get both of these books out." But I'm glad that the second one is out.
Now, we're going to have a little talk with you at the Spartanburg County Library.
Yes.
What's that all about, author talk?
Yeah, that's this coming Tuesday, January 24th at 6 p.m. The library is hosting an event to help launch this book because the official publication is the 24th. And I'm going to be giving a talk about Lincoln's life before he was president. And then that's free, open to the public, so come on down at 6 p.m. And then afterwards, we will have books available for sale for those who might want one. And the great thing about that evening is that 100% of any proceeds from book sales will go to 2 great organizations, the Friends of the Spartanburg County Libraries and the Hub City Writers Project.
Those great organizations that help local authors and regional authors. I'm sure being so immersed in this story, you probably have lots of really cool facts, but what is the thing that most surprised you during your research when you're learning about Abe that is maybe contained inside this book? What was something that you think that people would find very fascinating or unusual?
Yeah. Oh, lots and lots of really surprising small things. Like, for example, he was, when he was an attorney, that's how he made his living, was an attorney, in Springfield, Illinois. And he was notoriously disorganized in his office with his law firm partner, Billy Herndon. I think finding office documents was a sport. He used to keep a stack of papers beside his desk with a note on top that said, "If you can't find it anyplace else, look in here." And one year they had a young fellow clerking in their office, and he decided to try to clean it up, and he found seeds that plants growing in the corners, seeds that sprouted from dirt that had piled up there for so long. So you'd think that the man who's arguably our greatest president would do a little better job of keeping his office straight, but apparently not.
There have been some great movies, documentaries. I mean, I can remember one I saw, but John, you should have called me before you wrote this because I just came across some trivia on Abe Lincoln. Size 14 shoe.
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right. I didn't know.
You didn't put that in there?
No, I didn't put that in there.
I guess you guys can go next Tuesday at 6 o'clock at the Spartanburg County Library and at the headquarters in downtown Spartanburg and learn more about the book and buy the book and support 2 great organizations. John, thank you so much for coming on and telling us about it.
Good luck.
Thank you for having me.
I'm sure we can buy it on Amazon too.
Yeah.
Okay, good.